mentioned the attention, and like naturally, that's something that everyone craves. Do you think that because people in the industry do at one point get it, like that maybe why it's a little bit harder to lose it versus someone that may necessarily desire it, but they never have that attention, so they don't know what they're missing?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there are people who do not desire attention, but love to act, and they're outstanding. I mean, I don't think you have to have a need for attention to become an actor.
Right.
I would say people like Joaquin Phoenix. I think they do it just to appease themselves.
Right. I guess I mean more like you can have a person that doesn't necessarily work in the industry, and they have that craving for attention, and maybe they do something else, like they make a YouTube video, or even the people that are on YouTube now. Like there are lots of people that do it for the desire, and then there are other people are like for enjoying what they're doing, and then other people they're just kind of like, oh, I want to make this and have it go viral.
Oh, yeah.
And then the people that do go viral, it's kind of like, it almost seems like a drug, where they're just kind of like, oh, well, I was really big now, like I need to get back there again.
Oh, sure. I mean, like look how many hits I got, look how many likes, and I'm not too familiar with the YouTube celebrities, but I can imagine putting something out there and having that get a lot of attention, and maybe you get a sponsor or something, or one thing will lead to another one. Again, it's no different than gambling. You put your coin in the slot, you pull the thing down, and it hits big. I can do this again. Maybe next. No, this time. No, I did it before. I can do it again. And then you're doing this for like weeks on end. Maybe never hit it again. It's finding that balance.
Yeah, true. With the YouTube and even just social media in general, I guess the IMDb calls you a teen heartthrob, which I found very
inaccurate.
I was going to go for endearing, but so you have lots of people now, and with social media, like anyone that is big is immediately going to be like thrust into social media, and some people do it very well. Like I reference Stephen Amell often because he just kind of takes social media and uses it as a platform to interact with
Who's
people.
This?
Stephen Amell, he plays Arrow on Arrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since I had a child, I'm like, I have no idea who anyone is anymore. I know about Horde Henry and Thomas the Tank Engine, but Stephen Amell, no.
Yeah. So I referenced him in the last movie that I did.
To his.
He thinks it's very important with keeping in touch with your fans via social media. And so he'll have a day where he will showcase different fan art that he had, like drawings and stuff that people have done of his characters and everything that he really likes. He's done a couple of campaigns for, he has a Fuck Cancer campaign. He has another one where he's trying to do a lot of just different things to raise awareness and using social media for that.
That's great.
So that's kind of it's an excellent thing that he's doing, and also in that vein, like he's putting himself out there, so he doesn't necessarily need other people to put him on social media. Like he doesn't need to do other things to get put in the news. I may have been asking really long questions. All that to get around to my point of growing up in that time you had like magazines like Teen Beat and 17 or. That was a magazine? Yeah, that was a magazine. I had all of them. I don't remember anymore. It's ancient history. Totally don't have those still. But anyway, now that everything is on the internet and everyone's life is kind of out there, like, how do you see that? Like, do you think it would have been different to have lived in a time when that was there? Like, do you think it would have changed your career at all?
I don't know, maybe, because at that time I would have been a little bit more shameless about that, because I think around that success, I definitely would have. I recognized myself to know that I would have craved that. I would have experimented with it. I would have tried to see, how much more attention I could get as a result of it. Probably making a complete fool of myself that would have lasted, in the internet for all time.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. I know. It's like I've done like a couple little videos here and there, and but sometimes. That's why I don't think I would ever do a reality show. Like, there's certain aspects of me that I find embarrassing that I wouldn't want broadcast out there, like when I'm constantly using the wrong word in context, or making wrong turns, or absentmindedly picking my nose. I don't want that out there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't want my son when he's like 30 to be looking back and go, Dad, what was that?
No, you could always make your son a star. Is that a
I am
desire?
working on it. Well,
He's adorable.
Thank you. He is. I got him into like some drama classes here. He digs it, and I have like this music video idea that I want to like infuse him into. If I can keep his attention,
It's true. You said you just turned 5?
Just turned 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough age at that point, especially trying to get them to focus. Like
sure.
Even people that are like 10 or so, like I'm kind of amazed. Like I'd considered that route whenever I was younger, and it was more that we just didn't have the resources.
Yeah.
Although I kind of look back and I'm grateful for it. Like I know who I was, and I think that I would have been okay.
Yeah.
But it's still, I like who I've become, and it would be interesting to kind of see the other side of that. I don't know. Those are just thoughts.
That's a
that I
good
have
question.
sometimes. Yeah. Do you feel that because you grew up in the industry, that I mean, like obviously you're a different person. All of our situations kind of make us a different person. But do you feel that your life overall is different than people that don't necessarily grow up in that type of thing?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never waited tables. I've never, got my hands dirty doing stuff. It's interesting that now moving to Tennessee, I'm doing more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are, thinking about it, it's like there are aspects. Now I'm around so many people who I feel are very real, who grew up with a lot of hardships that I admire greatly, and then I don't feel so fantastic about my upbringing in this industry. I say that with a grain of salt. It's like, I'm not knocking it. I mean, I love what I do. I learned hard life lessons later than I probably should have. I feel great performers are fueled by how they lead their lives, traveling, loss, real stuff that I kind of had to truncate and shelter for fear. My parents that kind of managed me, for fear of that, being in the public eye and that my reputation being tarnished for whatever reason. I was 16. That's when your reputation should be tarnished, man. So yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Do you find it hard to relate to people that are maybe have gone through more of those hardships, or is it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I made a friend with a guy who like grew up in farmland Kentucky. Who was we identify with each other because he was the artist. He was the definitely the black sheep in a family mostly of boys, and constantly getting put down and made fun of cruelly because he was artistic and he wasn't the tough guy, and he's not as close with his family now, but at the same time, like he knows how to do a trade. He knows how to work with his hands, and I'm still like, oh, you can get someone to do that.
So now that you're in Tennessee, do you desire to have a farm and that whole lifestyle at some point?
Well, we have where we live on the house that my wife grew up in, that her dad built, and it's about 3 acres of land, and we want to get chickens and do that sort of stuff. So I've learned how to use a riding mower.
I don't even know how to use a riding mower.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I'm very much a city girl though.
It's okay.
It looks like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's like a little go-kart kind of thing that you have to get out and fix the timing belt and change the oil and stuff. Like learning how to maintain this thing. I should have bought a new one years ago, but because it was my father-in-law's who passed away. I feel like I need to hold on to this as long as possible.
Yeah.
So I've already changed the track, not the track, the belts and the undercarriage, and batteries and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm slowly turning these actor hands into farm hands.
Well, and it's a good way to learn too. If you bought a new one, you wouldn't have to learn how to do all those things.
A friend of mine who's a grip in movies and television. For those who don't know, it's a guy who pulls cable and pushes stuff and basically works with his hands a lot. And he worked in a Spielberg film. I was like, so what was Spielberg like? He's like, he's got really soft hands. Spielberg does not lift anything.
There were probably 100 people just waiting to lift something for him. If he tried, they would run let me get that for you. So, yeah, no. I don't know. I was going to reference something. I'm really bad at the whole reference thing too. But there's something where like the person, the actor, not the actor, the character, is just really about like all about his hands. I feel like it was a Mel Brooks film. I can't think of what it is.
Oh wait.
No, I got nothing. Internet? I'm sure the internet will tell me what it is if anyone watches this. I hope people watch it. You're amazing.
There's in Jaws where he's rubbing his hands. Richard.
Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's rubbing his hands and he's like.
Oh.
Yes,
I do
that's
remember
right.
that. Yeah. I haven't seen Jaws in so long. I need to do that. No, I remember what it is now. It was Get Smart. I love Get Smart. I didn't watch like a
The
lot
original
of
show?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
With Don Adams.
Yeah.
That was actually
99?
that was my childhood.
Oh, right on. Yeah, me too.
I watched a lot of Nick at Night, so I didn't watch a lot of things that were currently on.
Sure.
I watched a lot of Nick at Night.
Awesome.
So yeah, there was one character who was like, "Don't touch my hand," and then at the very end, like Maxwell Smart did that too, and it was really funny.
Are you an only child?
I am.
Me too.
Yes.
I sense that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I read that, and I'm just kind of like, "Yep, I get it."
Mm-hmm.
So there. So awesome. Did your parents continue? Because your mom did modeling, I think I read.
She did modeling. That was when I was very young.
Okay. Did they? Did your dad continue all the dancing instructing as well? Like once you got your career, because you said they managed you, or did they just kind of focus?
My
on
mom
you?
mostly managed me, and
Okay.
Miles, my father, started another dance company in Burbank, California. He taught here and there, and then he retired, and now they're writing a book about his life. Chronicles of Miles Marsden. Should be out soon.
You get it.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool.